Sit up there with this COVID. How are you guys coming along?
Okay.
Hello, how you doing?
How are you?
Uh, my name is Terrence Beaumont. I'm the assistant principal here at East Stroudsburg South. We're managing. Schools are open. Our students have the option of learning from home or coming into school. We have an interesting system of how we've organized our students coming to school. We have like all these different what I want to say groups classifications of how we've organized them weekly. So like our A through our we go by last name. So our students A through L are coming on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then our students with the last names M through Z coming on Thursdays and Fridays. Wednesday is kind of like our day to get professional development done. Hence, opportunities to do things like this. So we're managing, we're surviving, and we're keeping it going. How about you?
That's good. We're trying to do the same thing. Thank God we were open in the summer. And of course everybody is all, scared because we don't know what, this just came about and nobody knows nothing about it. And so we opened up in the summer. We had our summer bridge students here on campus and got to today, October 14th, 2020. We are COVID free. Yes. But it's a scary time. I mean, I have two girls in college, and then I have my sophomore, and she's like, "Mom, I'm ready to go back to school." And I'm like, "No, don't go back to school yet." As a mom, I'm like, "No, I'm not ready for you to go back." But um it has surely been a teachable moment for each and every one of us. We have had to think outside of the box and communicate differently. I had my third grandchild in February, and it was the hardest thing because my daughter lives in Virginia. And so I've only seen my grandchild 3 times. And every single time, I'm sorry, twice, I was there for his birth in February. And then there was the pandemic. So every single time I went to go see him, I'm like, let me go get a test. My husband
Yeah.
thinks I go overboard. I mean, we've had 5 tests. And he's like, I think you're just we're just the queens and king of COVID testing. I'm like, no, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been a learning experience for each one of us. And here goes Mr. Good.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, we'll just take a deep
Good
breath.
morning. Good morning.
Did you welcome to?
Good morning, Mrs. Taylor.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. Mr. Anderson. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mr. Good. You want to?
Miss Stokes from Delaware and Mr. Shaw from Tuskegee. Yeah. Did everybody else is it?
Virginia. Sir, is that Mr. Thompson, Jalen Thompson? I want to make sure we're saying that right.
Thomas, just Thomas. The Jalen's
Thomas.
correct, but Thomas.
Jalen Thomas.
Jalen Thompson. Sorry about that.
You're fine. You're fine. All right, on my birthday.
we have some time. How's everybody doing anyway? It's nice. I'm glad you all are here. Thank you for coming. We're battling. We have PSATs today, so we have a bunch of students taking those, which may be a good thing too, because we've been able to advertise and get their attention while they're here. So, just so you know, we have, based on our COVID pandemic. It's weird because I hear the echoes. I'm listening to that more.
I'm muted, seriously.
So based on our
Me too. Okay, go ahead.
That's probably better. Just so you know the dynamic of what our school district is operating during the pandemic. We have some students learning from home. We have some students who are coming into our building to learn. We set it up so that we've been able to practice social distancing, limiting our classrooms to to small numbers in the classroom. Our students, we've divvied it up by last name. So our students K through L come in on Mondays and Tuesdays. Wednesday is more of a professional development day for our faculty and staff, and gives us opportunities to do things.
They're saying
like
it's
this.
hard to hear you, so
And
you might want to. I'll mute.
is that better?
Sorry, I'm going to exit out really quickly and come back in because I'm still connected to my VPN, so I can't hear that well. So I'll be right back. I got to shut down my computer.
No problem. Sorry, so let me start over.
Terry,
yeah.
let me interrupt you for 1 second.
Sure.
Just to make sure we limit any type of echo or anything, I think we need just blanket statement. Whoever's not speaking, make sure their mics are muted. That'll avoid the echoing piece.
This is so different doing this on the other end, actually organizing this or moderating, so to speak. So, I mean, just in short, our students are coming in on specific days so we can limit the numbers in the buildings. Like I said today, today's probably our busiest Wednesday we've ever had because of PSATs. And we've just done our best to, make sure that we're, keeping our kids safe and our staff safe at the same time. How are you guys doing out there, in the universities and the colleges?
Been busy. It's been good. I think we've adjusted very well to connecting with our students in the virtual space now. A lot of different formats we've done, like different platforms we've used. So it's been interesting. The engagement, it varies, not nearly as engaging as it would be if we were in person, but we try to have some understanding that these students are adjusting. So just kind of rolling with it. But the good thing is we can do so much more in a day now, and we can be, connecting with students across the country now. So that's the good thing about this virtual thing. I think some aspects of this is going to be here to stay, even, when we do return to traveling in person, but it's been good.
Yeah, we feel the same way, at a high school standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And over here at Cheney, we are on campus and classes are still taking place. And so as I look out the window, I can see students walking back and forth, and they're on their way to the caf to pick up food. And so you still get that feeling of you're in school. So that's a nice, plus that we're still actively engaged. And although a lot of classes have gone virtual, we're still here. So it doesn't
That's
feel
awesome.
so foreign.
Yeah, so you got to give Mr. Jeff Jones an air hug for me. I've known Jeff since my days at Kutztown University, so kind of a mentor for me too. So once we hit the 11 o'clock hour, I'm going to introduce my co-host here, Trish Tiernan. So I'll just thank everybody for coming, and she's going to kind of run down how the breakdown of the your time in the Q&A session will go, and then you'll get your you'll have your opportunity to have the floor and to talk about your school and college. Then we'll have the Q&A segment where students, parents can chime in and ask questions to you guys. How's it? Sounds good? Yeah. We start at 11, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Good morning. My name is Terrence Bomar. I am the assistant principal here at East Stroudsburg South High School. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of the East Stroudsburg Area School District, we would like to thank the admissions representatives for joining us today for our first annual HBCU panel discussion. All right. We'd also like to thank the parents and students joining us, as well as the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee for the East Stroudsburg High School South building. This would not be possible without the support and technical expertise of Brian Barash and his iTech team, along with our technology coaches, Deanna Allison and Joe Martin. We hope that today provides our students and families with access to the higher education opportunities provided by our HBCUs in attendance. Now, most people would ask, what is an HBCU? Glad you asked. An HBCU is an historical Black college or university of higher learning institution that was established before 1964 with the mission of meeting the educational needs of Black students. HBCUs provide a culture of caring, a culture that prepares students to contribute to their communities, a culture that builds confidence, and that gives them the essential skills they need to cultivate a career. I would like to now introduce a committee member, my partner in crime here, Trish Tiernan, and she will moderate the panel discussion.
Hello, welcome.
Hello, welcome, and thank you again for being here. Here today, we have admissions directors and representatives from Cheney University, Lincoln University, the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and Virginia State University. Each director or representative will be invited to share information about their school for about 5 to 7 minutes. Since we have a few people that could not attend, you could probably take 10 minutes. We invite students to submit any questions to the Q&A feature on Zoom. So if you have questions, please submit them to the Q&A feature. Please don't put your question in the chat. Parents may use the comments section on YouTube to submit questions at any time during the panel discussion. And YouTube questions will be shared with me during the Q&A. These questions will then be organized and addressed during the Q&A at the end of the discussion. So if there's no questions on the part of the panelists, I would like to start our panel discussion by introducing Jacqueline and Frederick Good from Cheney University. Thank you, and you're up.
Good morning, all. Good morning, all. Good morning, all. And I congratulate you all on making sure that your education is secure and that your future is going to be one that is prosperous and beneficial to you. I'm Fred Good, and I'm broadcasting live right now on the beautiful campus of Cheney University right here in Pennsylvania. We are the nation's oldest historically Black college or institution for higher education for African Americans. Established in 1837, we've been here 30 years before the abolition of slavery. We're very proud to be able to say that we've been here and we're still here for you. And so we welcome you to come by and check us out for questions and answers later on. We are here. We have, as a matter of fact, nothing I can say will allow you to feel and see what it's like to be on the nation's first historically Black college grounds. The number of people that have come through that have made the institution of higher education possible for so many people and so many spinoffs, and there's so many that I can't say enough. I have to show you a brief video to just give you an example of what it's like to be on the nation's first HBCU grounds. So I'm going to share my screen with you if I can get permission, and I have a brief presentation that I think will explain it better than I can. I'm just waiting for the host to give me permission to share screen.
Brian, is it possible to give him permission to share his screen? I don't see that feature on. Oh, now you have it.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brief tour of Cheney University.
What's up, guys? I'm Natalie for University TV, and today we're touring Cheney University. I actually have a very special treat for you. We have our very own personal tour guide.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cara Craig. I'm a student here at Cheney University. We are the first Black institution for higher education in the USA, and we were founded in 1837.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, I think we should get this tour started. What do you say?
Let's go.
All right, come on, guys.
Cheney University of Pennsylvania is suburban in setting, located just 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia and just 15 minutes from Wilmington, Delaware. The U has 29 buildings on its 275-acre campus with a beautiful historic quadrangle dating back to the early 1900s.
In terms of diversity, they welcome the minorities for HBCUs with open arms, and it's a real learning experience. You get to learn the African-American culture and what it's really all about.
CU is a moderately selective 4-year institution.
A lot of the alumni, they want to get back to Cheney. They love Cheney. Without Cheney, they wouldn't be who they are today. So when they do come back, they give themselves completely to us. They give us resources, connections, and just opportunities that without them, we would not have.
The university is historically known for producing excellent teachers and business leaders.
A few of Cheney's signature programs include the Keystone Honors Academy,
the Aquaculture Research and Teaching Laboratory, and the accredited Hotel, Restaurant, and Tourism Management Program, which is listed as one of the top 20-degree producers for African American, Hispanic, Asian American, and American Indian students, according to Diverse Issues in Higher Education.
I'd say the best thing about Cheney University is that, one, we're an HBCU, which gives us a very unique education in a different, unique context. The other thing I would say about it would be our class size, which allows the students to have a really good reputation and rapport with our faculty members. And in addition to that, I think it also makes it so that since we are a small university, when people go throughout their program, they have many and repeated opportunities to interact with these faculty members. So at the end of the day, when they graduate, they really feel like we're part of a family.
Check it out. Cheney has a new state-of-the-art residence hall that opened in fall of 2012 with living learning communities.
Plus, there are 4 more awesome halls where you can have tons of fun, and there are tons of activities.
Speaking of activities, Cheney is a busy place. There are over 40 active student organizations to join. All students are members of the Student Government Cooperative Association, SGCA, which sponsors many educational, cultural, and social events.
They also have the Divine Nine, which is really just the 9 fraternities and sororities represented on campus.
We also have 4 different modeling groups that are currently on campus, 4 different fashion organizations. Awesome. We do runway, we do fashion shows, we have artists come up and perform at our shows, we make our clothes, we have other guest designers come in and debut their clothes. It's just a lot going on.
Wow.
We have concerts, we have rappers coming out, we have the fraternities and sororities stepping, showing off all their stuff, all the moves that they've been practicing all year. Cookouts.
Before 60 Minutes correspondent Ed Bradley heard the ticking of the clock, he heard the howling of the wolves at Cheney.
Thank you guys for joining us on our tour of Cheney University of Pennsylvania. And thank you so much, Cara, for touring us around your gorgeous campus.
It was my pleasure.
For University TV, I'm Natalie, and I'll see you guys later.
Hope to see you soon.
I thank you again. I appreciate you all, and I'm looking forward to answering any questions that you might have regarding Cheney University. Our application fee has been waived, and also our test scores also have been waived. So we encourage you to take advantage of both the free application and the test optional option. Again, thank you very much for the administration here, and we thank you very much from Cheney University. Looking forward to seeing you all in our breakout session.
Perfect timing, Mr. Good. Thank you so much. And the 1837, that's pretty amazing that Cheney was established in 1837. The campus looked beautiful. The fact that it's near Philadelphia is a highlight for sure for many students. Waiving the application fee, waiving the test fees, 275 acres, the aquaculture lab, hotel and restaurant tourism, just so many awesome things happening. The fashion part really got my attention. So thank you so much for that information, that lovely video. So I'd like to now move on to Charles Anderson from Lincoln University. If you would like to share information about your school with us now, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I would like to thank you all for joining us today. Yes, my name is Charles Anderson, admissions counselor here at Lincoln University. Sorry, Mr. Good, but we were the first degree grade in HBCU. So while you guys may have been founded first, we were the first ones to allow you guys to get degrees. So I definitely had to throw that out there. You know, we were established in 1854, originally as the Ashman Institute, but that name only stuck around for about 10 years because in 1866, we changed our name to Lincoln University after President Abraham Lincoln. Also, if I have the ability to share my screen, I do have a video as well that'll give you all just a great tour of Lincoln University. If I just get that opportunity, I will definitely, hold on.
That permission should be coming to you from our tech person. So just hang on a second. Thank you.
That's all right.
You're good to go.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead. Make sure everybody can hear it.
A place bigger than yourself. The pride, the joy, the hope.
So I'm gonna kind of just skip through a little bit, go right to the end where I want to show you all the great video. We go to our breakout session. I will give you all the great information that was in this presentation.
This is Lincoln.
A place bigger than yourself. The pride, the joy, the hope, the love.
The first Black degree granting university where preparation meets opportunity.
Learn, liberate, lead.
Where you don't just meet friends, you meet family. Where you don't just learn, you educate. Where you don't just live, you come alive. It's more than pen, it's more than paper.
It's the experience, the challenge, the fight, the grit, the passion. Making a difference, take a step, bring others with you. This is what we are. This is LU. Welcome.
Welcome to Lincoln University, the nation's first degree-granting, historically Black college and university. Our 422-acre campus is located in southern Chester County, Pennsylvania. Our Office of Academic Support is committed to assisting the Lincoln community in building a culture of academic excellence. To do so, we provide academic coaching and advising, professional and peer tutoring, and student development workshops. Our $28 million Health and Wellness Center opened in September 2012. The facility contains basketball courts, classrooms, administrative and faculty offices, a track, rock climbing wall, weight and fitness equipment, health clinic, and a healthy eating cafe. Ivory V. Nelson Center for the Sciences houses the teaching and office needs of some of our STEM majors, including chemistry and biology, physics, mathematics, nursing, and computer science. Langston Hughes Memorial Library is named for one of Lincoln University's most famous graduates. The facility contains reading lounges, computer labs, areas for microforums, individual and group study rooms, university archives, and more.
The Ware Center for Arts houses our visual and performing arts, foreign languages, and music programs. University Dining Hall has something for everyone. From salads to soul food, we've got you covered. Association offices, a theater, a barbershop, and more. Educates and empowers students to lead their communities and change the world. We can't wait to see you on campus.
All right, so that was LU, just a brief video right there. So again, I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank the administration for setting this panel up, giving us the opportunity to present to the students and their parents. So please bring all your questions to Lincoln University. I look forward to talking to you all in our breakout session.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anderson. Another really beautiful campus, and that 1854 year. I know 1966, the name was changed, so thank you for that information. I love seeing the band so much. Really beautiful shots of the band in that video, and the enthusiasm on your students' faces. So much STEM, the Langston Hughes Memorial Library, the Center for the Arts. That dining hall certainly made me hungry, and it seems like a very welcoming campus. Just the vibe, that you got from that video was excellent. So thank you for sharing that. I want to go back to college, I think. Okay. So next up, if it's okay with Hamira Taylor from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, you have the floor. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Hamira Taylor, admissions counselor and recruiter at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, located in rural Princess Anne, Maryland. I have a quick highlights that I can give you all about our institution, and if I can also have the screen sharing capability to show a quick video, that would be great. So just a brief overview of UMES. The University of Maryland Eastern Shore is the state's historically Black 1890 land grant and doctoral research institution located in Princess Anne, Maryland. So from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, it's about 2.5 hours away. Students can choose from more than 50 independently accredited programs focused on STEM, agriculture, social sciences, business, and the health professions. As a top 20 national ranking HBCU, UMES offers unique opportunities in study abroad, honors programs, and applied research, all designed to mold leaders and highly valued professionals. With a student enrollment of close to 3,000 students and an average student to faculty ratio of 12:1, students benefit from a personalized learning experience and a support system committed to student success. Some of those departments, including career and professional development, peer tutoring and mentoring, mental health counseling, and academic coaching. With 11 living and learning facilities, students thrive in a diverse and inclusive campus community, offering more than 70 student organizations and clubs. UMES also offers generous need-based and merit-based financial aid, as well as competitive men and women's NCAA Division I athletics. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you a quick introductory video. Make sure I have my sound on.
Hello, my name is Alfonso Garrett, and I currently serve as the Director of Admissions and Recruitment at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. I'm excited to see that you're interested in learning more about us. UMES is Maryland's 1890 land-grant institution and one of the top HBCUs in the nation. With over 80 degree programs at the bachelor's, master's, doctoral, and professional levels, there's a great chance there is something here for you. Our beautiful tree-lined campus is located in historic Princess Anne, Maryland. Here are nearly 3,000 students from all walks of life, and lived experiences come together to share in the bond of becoming Hawks. We also offer degree programs throughout the state of Maryland at the universities at Shady Grove, University System of Maryland in Hagerstown, and the Baltimore Museum of Industry. At UMES, our students' experience inside and outside of the classroom are equally important. A typical week on campus may include Division I sporting events, conducting research, meeting your future employer at a job fair, or attending a program hosted by our 60-plus student clubs and organizations. If you're interested in learning more, please take advantage of our virtual visit opportunities or consider coming for a campus tour one day. We'll be happy to assist you. Thank you, and go Hawks.
Thank you. So I look forward to sharing more information with each of you in our individual breakout sessions.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor. It's a doctoral research facility, 2.5 hours from Philly, so that definitely stuck out to me. You have STEM, agriculture, top 20 in the nation, study abroad, a 12-to-1 ratio, both mental health and tutoring, just some highlights from that video and from what you said. NCAA Division I athletics, and I saw the Frederick Douglass Library, so that was pretty cool. And thank you for offering virtual visits. I know most schools are doing that and to keep our students safe, so super appreciated. Thank you for that information. And now I would like to invite Mr. Thomas from Virginia State University to share all the good things about Virginia State with us. Thank you.
All right, good morning, guys. My name is Jalen Thomas. I'm one of the admissions counselors at Virginia State University. So like everyone else, I will, if I'm able to, I'll share my screen. I have like a 14-minute video, but I'll probably cut it off like at the 9-minute mark. It just gives you a brief overview about the campus. It's like an aerial tour. So I will do that. There it is. Okay. Also, I would like to add, pay attention to the, like in the beginning, it has really encouraging words. Obviously, we're not face-to-face, we're on Zoom. So just pay attention to the words in the beginning. I feel like it's really encouraging.
Mr. Thomas, we're having trouble hearing that video.
Sorry, I always forget to share my audio as well. Give me 1 second, guys.
It's okay. I teach online and live all the time. All these things happen, so all good.
All right, so now we should be good. I'll start that over. Oh, wait, what's this? No.
You have the power right now to transform your life through education and a commitment to learn. You have the power right now to build a life you love through preparation, hard work, and dedication. You have the power right now to shape your life. No matter how hard it's been, you can always begin again. Do something that your future self will thank you for. Come to Virginia State University, a transformative experience.
Welcome to the land of Troy at Virginia State University. Virginia State University is located on 235 acres in Chesterfield County, Virginia. It overlooks the beautiful Appomattox River just outside the city of Petersburg, Virginia. Virginia State University was founded in 1882 by Delegate Alfred W. Harris, who dreamed of one day creating a place where all may go and drink from the fountain of knowledge until their ambition is satiated. In 2016, Dr. Makola M. Abdullah became the 14th president of Virginia State University.
Invest in the right programs to provide a quality return on investment for the nation.
A native of Chicago, he is considered the youngest African American to graduate with a PhD in engineering.
Thank you. Let's continue to move forward.
President Abdullah emphasizes several areas to sustain VSU as an 1890 land-grant university.
I'm here to become a computer systems analyst.
The areas of focus include providing a transformative experience for students.
I'm here to become a manufacturing engineer.
Strategically investing in academic programs.
Help me achieve my goal.
Partnering with others as a university to tell the VSU story.
We transform lives.
Embracing the university's land-grant mission
since 1882.
And embracing Virginia State University's role as Virginia's Opportunity University.
I'm Angela Bassett, here to ask you to support Virginia State University.
We have to learn the secret to our success. How are we able to outperform others?
Let's take a tour of Virginia State University's newest building. The VSU Multipurpose Center was opened in February of 2016. Within our new arena event facility, we have approximately 5,200 fixed seats, and we can accommodate nearly 6,200 for events. Some of the events hosted at the VSU Multipurpose Center include VSU Trojan basketball games, various concerts, open houses, conferences, and commencement. Within the MPC, we have our Welcome Center, which is where prospective students, parents, and counselors come to learn about the university and take a tour of our campus.
We talked about the mix window.
The Mass Communications Department is also located in this building on the first floor.
I still heard a lot of background noise on some of your projects.
If you're looking to have a career in television, radio, public relations, print media, or journalism, this is the major for you. On the second floor, we have our athletic department. Virginia State University is a Division II school member of the Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association, also known as the CIAA, where we participate in 17 sporting events.
Why choose VSU?
Me? I'll be honest. It's the woo-woos.
We travel across campus to Daniel Gymnasium, home to our students who major in health, physical education, and recreation.
And I was in college athletics for 16 months.
For those students who like to stay in shape, VSU offers a wellness center, weight room, and a swimming pool. For our students who are interested in dance as a minor, we also provide a dance studio. Our intramural sports are played here, and some of our university socials are gathered here, including our very popular pep rallies.
The pep rally was so big.
The students were hyped.
They had to turn away 300 people.
It's nothing like it.
Across the way, we have Rogers Stadium, where our football games and track meets occur. We also have our tennis courts for our men's and women's teams, Whaley Colbert Field for our baseball team, and softball complex for our softball team.
This is when we get into the strategy that we're going to use.
Hunter McDaniel is where the College of Natural and Health Sciences is located. The departments of psychology, chemistry, mathematics call this building home. Within this building, there are computer labs for students to utilize as well as tutoring services provided. Traveling through our beautiful tree-lined campus, we take you to the Reginald F. Lewis College of Business, which is located in Singleton Hall. Named after Reginald F. Lewis, a graduate of Virginia State University.
Keep going, no matter what.
He was the first African American to build a billion-dollar company. The College of Business prepares students for an increasingly competitive global economy. The departments of business management, marketing, management information systems, and accounting majors hone their skills here.
I'm Hill Harper, asking you to support Virginia State University.
The Department of Biology is located in Owens Hall. The biology program not only prepares students to become teachers and researchers, but also grooms students for graduate studies in medicine, dentistry, physical therapy, and more. The Department of Agriculture is also located in this building. These academic programs prepare our students to become leaders in the field of nutrition, food science, veterinary medicine, and more. Across the street from Owens Hall, you'll find the Jesse Bowling Hall. This building houses the Virginia State University Trojan Warrior Reserve Officers Training Corps program. The ROTC program is an award-winning department that supplies future leaders to the United States Army, government service, and business community.
Virginia State is one of several universities that are considered military friendly.
Most days you'll find our Officer Reserve Corps running through our beautiful campus, practicing drills, or even headed to a firing range for weapons training.
I'm Blair Underwood, asking you to consider Virginia State University for your ROTC education.
As we come down our picturesque University Avenue, we see Foster Hall. Foster Hall is the student union, and the Department of Student Activities is located here. Within the building is where we kickstart student engagement with lots of fun activities, including homecoming. Foster.
So I actually stopped the video right there, so I'm not dragging it on for too long. But as you can see, there's definitely a lot to offer at Virginia State University. We have a lot of fun on campus, whether you're attending homecoming, attending a sporting event, joining one of the clubs or organizations that's catered to academics as well. So we definitely have a lot of fun, and I'll go more into depth about our application process, our merit-based scholarships, and our individual breakout rooms.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas. The first thing I noticed was how high-tech that video was with drone footage, and I do some video editing myself, so recognize that right away. That says a lot about the technological education that students are getting at your university. It's that beautiful river. It's a very historical part of Virginia, and a beautiful place to be, and especially if you're a history major, I'm sure. And I like that quote, drink from the fountain of knowledge. Hopefully we're all doing that today. TV, radio, journalism, the CIAA sports, the wellness center, the dance studio, that's pretty unique. Lots of intramurals, the pep rally, homecoming. It looks like a fun place to be a student. Also quite a serious place with the business opportunities. So that mix, that balance, I think a lot of students are looking for that. So thank you so much. We're gonna open it up to the Q&A, and I'll turn that over to Mr. Bomar to facilitate that. Thanks, everybody.
All right, as we begin the Q&A, I just want to explain how this works. Our chat comment moderators will share commonly asked questions with myself and Mrs. Tiernan, who will then state them out loud and open responses to our panel. So the first question is for the panel, the whole panel, all of our presenters. What is the average amount of financial aid students would receive? Let's do it this way. Let's start in the same order. So we'll start with Cheney, and then we'll go with Lincoln, and then we'll go to Maryland Eastern Shore, and then we'll go to VSU.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for your question. The average amount of financial aid varies really based on the student's needs. And so it's really going to be based on a completed FAFSA. And once you complete your FAFSA for all of the universities, once you send your information to the institutions, they'll be able to give you an award letter that tells you exactly how much the state aid will give you. But one interesting thing about Cheney University and in the state of Pennsylvania is that we have the Keystone Scholarship, which allows students to attend school for free. And so they don't have to even worry about the finances allotted by the financial aid, the FAFSA, or the FIA. And so for those students who are qualified with a 3.5 grade point average or a 3.0 grade point average and a 1080 SAT, your tuition is actually is waived. And so you don't have to pay tuition, room and board, books, or study abroad. And a unique thing that we share with Lincoln University is that we share a Bond Hill Scholarship, where if you graduate from Lincoln or Cheney, you will actually be allowed to get your master's or PhD, which includes medical school and law school if you decide to further your education at one of our institutions. And so at the nation's first and at the nation's first degree granting institutions, those things kind of aren't a major factor. And so for students in the state of Pennsylvania, Cheney offers a Keystone Scholarship, which offers you a free tuition. And so, again, it varies on the amount of award that you get in aid based on your need. All right. But Cheney University is ranked number 21 in the nation for scholarship offers. And so with, over 200 students on campus receiving the Keystone Scholarship, you have a lot of students taking advantage and taking the education serious here. So thank you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll sorry. I just kind of just jump right in, kind of just echoing the same sentiments as Mr. Good. Yeah. So normally financial aid, it kind of varies student to student. So there's really no one set price for financial aid. But like I said, it's very much determined on students completing their FAFSA. That's how we are allowed to, give you financial aid and institutional aid. And like I said, also like Mr. Good, we also offer merit-based scholarship. We offer need-based scholarships as well. So even if students, might not necessarily qualify for a merit-based scholarship, we do give need-based scholarships. We'll just take into account your GPA and your family's finance, whoever's taking care of you. And we also offer performance-based scholarships as well. As far as athletics, we have a concert choir scholarship, a marching band scholarship. So there's a lot of ways outside of just receiving financial aid to help really knock down the cost of attendance. And a lot of things that we do here at Lincoln, you are allowed to receive multiple scholarships. So, and if you, in essence, if you do that, you can come to Lincoln for free.
So for University of Maryland Eastern Shore, about 90% of our students qualify for financial aid. So completing the free application for federal student aid is very important, and applying early is going to be the best opportunity to get the most consideration for all of our opportunities, both merit-based and need-based grants and scholarships. So our out-of-state tuition rate for the 2019 to 2020 academic term was around $29,000 a year. That includes your tuition, your housing, your meal plan, everything you need to live on campus. And the average financial aid award that out-of-state residents qualified for was around $19,800 per year. So again, that is going to be important to do the FAFSA, do it early, apply early, so you can get the first consideration for all of our opportunities.
I'll probably be echoing the sentiments of my fellow colleagues since I'm the last one to go each question. But same thing for Virginia State University. About 97% of our students receive some form of financial aid. So you can definitely look for financial aid assistance. Now, like everyone else has stated, it is a case by case. So it is imperative that you fill out that FAFSA as soon as it's made available. And then we also have our merit-based scholarships, and then we have our outside scholarships. Some of them are through departments, so based on your major. Some of them are through our donors that donate each year. Athletic scholarships, we have scholarships because we're simply an HBCU. So, and also I would encourage you to check in your local community for, within your local organizations. Sometimes they have book scholarships and different amounts of money. So every little bit helps. I will also add, if you write a couple personal essays that cater to about maybe 3 different topics, you can definitely switch out those essays for different scholarships. So you're not writing an essay every single time. It kind of saves you some time and brain power as well when you're applying. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for answering that question. I'm going to move to the next question. And Mr. Thomas, you brought up a good point. So when this next question is also for all of our presenters, I'm going to start with you this time. We'll work our way backwards. What are the undergraduate opportunities or for internships and research, et cetera, that you offer at your university or college?
So you have a lot of internship experience. We partner with many different companies. So that you can simply, we have connections. So I always encourage students to have a positive rapport with your professor. Many of them have been in the field, so it's important for you to have that networking capability so that you can receive that out in the field experience. As far as like research goes, that applies the same thing. Our programs are very much so hands-on, so it's very interactive. For our agricultural students, as the video mentioned, we are a land grant institution. So a lot of our students utilize the farm for different research purposes and projects. We have labs on campus. Our engineering students, they have, as you saw in the video, they don't really have standard classrooms in that building. Everything is filled with different pieces of technology that they all utilize. So you'll definitely have the opportunity to complete research and projects so that you will be prepared when you get out into the workforce.
So for University of Maryland Eastern Shore, we are a doctoral research institution, and we're also an 1890 land grant institution. So with agriculture being at the core of our identity, hands-on experience and research is also a part of our mission. So we've had students who are interested in working with animals or pre-veterinary science. For example, we have an on-campus farm. So students are getting live animals from their very first semester to work with. We've also had them work with local Purdue farms for those who want to go into the animal and poultry science management. For students who want to go into agribusiness or marketing, we've had students do internships with the USDA as well. So there's a lot of opportunities for those STEM majors. For engineering and aviation sciences students, we just added on a brand new complex for those programs just in 2016. So it has state-of-the-art facilities like robotics labs, the flight simulator labs for our professional pilot students, for example, students who want to focus in communications or TV production. We have 3 TV studios and a live radio station on campus. For hospitality, we have a hotel conference center, so students are actually managing that hotel. And we also have the food and beverage labs in there for students who want to focus on culinary arts. There's a lot of opportunities. All of our programs are hands-on. So that's the purpose of, of course, living on campus, so you have access to all of this, but also visiting the Career and Professional Development Center and also consulting your advisors who can help you find those internships off campus as well.
Yeah, so here at Lincoln University, so we have the offices of student success. Here at Lincoln, they're broken down into 6 different co-curricular programs. So we have the Office of Internship Services, the Office of Career Development, counseling services, and international programs. So to really speak directly to the question on internships, so with our Office of Internship Services, there's literally an office dedicated to getting students internships in their field of study. And what this does, well, it does multiple things. One, it allows students to get that hands-on working experience in their field. Internships are available to students as early as their junior year. So in essence, if you were to start doing internships as a junior, by the time you graduate with your bachelor's or master's degree, you will always have 2 years of working experience in your field as well. What it does, it always connects you to a potential employer. Somebody can kind of help give you a job. We have a great placement rate for our students that have internships that end up taking full-time positions at the company that they interned at. All of our majors do have an internship component along with them, and each student is granted an academic advisor that'll kind of help walk them through this process. As far as the undergraduate research side, on the academics, we have an office for that as well. That goes into our liberal arts education that we offer here at Lincoln University, which basically means that we connect what you guys do inside your classroom with work that you do outside your classroom, and that is through our Office of Undergraduate Research. And then finally, with our career development office that kind of work hand in hand with our internship services, doing things like resume building, helping filling out applications, interview prep, just kind of giving you all the tools to be successful in your career once you leave Lincoln University. So we have a plethora of different student success options for you guys to be able to kind of pursue whatever you would like to pursue. We also do offer study abroad. Unfortunately, due to COVID, that is shut down right now, but hopefully by next year, we'll be able to get you guys back out there, going to different countries, experiencing different cultures, and continuing to study and learn about what your passion is.
So at Janney University, what's happening is that the need for students to have work experience that goes above and beyond the work study programs and the internships was to have paid internships. And so what the president of the university did was he created these strategic alliances with some organizations and companies that allow for students to have paid internships while they're students here at Janney. And so some of those internship opportunities, just to name a few of them, would be Thomas Jefferson Medical Center, where students actually are in school and working at Thomas Jefferson. Another one would be the Upshaw Crenshaw collaboration, where students are doing medical research here on campus. And another one, which was controversial until everyone understood that hemp research doesn't have any THC in it, that we have a hemp lab And we also have an aquaculture lab where students are learning how to grow food hydroponically. And if you go to the local grocers, you'll see a lot of food. And on the back of the packaging, you'll see Cheney University's logo because it was produced here hydroponically at Cheney. So there's a lot of paid internships as well as internship opportunities. But what we try to do is to get our students paid internships, and that also helps to bridge some of the gap financially for students who are working, and particularly interesting to some of our older students who need to work and go to school at the same time. And so those are some of our opportunities. Thanks for your question.
Sorry, I forget my mic's on. Thank you so much. A little different question, but definitely very much so important, especially in the days and the times. We're going through a pandemic. I'm going to start this question with Maryland Eastern Shore. What steps are your college doing? What steps are your college taking to keep students safe?
So we're currently operating in a hybrid format. So we have some students who are learning completely remote, some students who are doing classes a few days a week on campus and living on campus. So it's we left it up to the students' personal preference and how they felt about being around other people. But I think that we have done very well as far as increasing and enhancing the sanitizing processes and technology that we have on campus. We've reduced our housing occupancy to 1 student per room, so each student has their own room. Classroom occupancy has been reduced to 50% to maintain social distancing. We have mandatory COVID testing, which is free to all students, faculty, and staff. That takes place in our athletic center every 2 to 3 weeks. So we've managed to maintain our cases and keep them low, I think below a 1% positivity rate compared to our surrounding areas. So that's pretty good. We've also issued university masks to all of our students, faculty, and staff. So as you're in these public enclosed spaces, you are required to wear your mask. And we've also had off-campus housing reserved for students who may have tested positive or showing symptoms. So they have a place to quarantine if they do become positive for 2 weeks so that they can return to campus safe and healthy. So I think we've done a great job as far as keeping the community safe and healthy.
Thank you. VSU?
So Virginia State University was one of the few HBCUs that went fully virtual. So we don't have anyone on campus. And we are slowly but surely bringing back faculty and staff. Some departments have stayed on campus, but very few. So I know that they are definitely implementing a lot of safety practices. Hopefully we can start up face-to-face again in the springtime. So that will have, I know when we were originally going to be on campus, they were going to have hand sanitizing stations. Students were going to be given masks, the things to prevent you from touching the door handle. They were sent home COVID-19 tests as well. So those will probably be put in place again for the spring semester, along with some additional rules and regulations. That will probably go in more into detail when it gets a little bit closer. But as of right now, we are all at home. You just can't see my white wall.
Thank you. Cheney?
Cheney had the unfortunate task of having to keep students safe during the outbreak of COVID. And so we had classes were in session and we had students on campus. And so with the aid and assistance of state and local government, along with the CDC, they came up with a task force here at Cheney University to keep the state students safe. And so what they did initially was to close the campus down to outside visitors. And so we kind of call it the Cheney bubble. And inside our protective bubble, we have security that doesn't allow for the interaction of people from the outside to come in. In addition to that, we limited the number of in-person classrooms. We upped the sanitation. There's a lot that has been done to protect students. In addition to the cafeteria now is takeout, so you have grab-and-go meals. The classrooms have all been sort of separated and divided into smaller groups. And even though we're a small institution, the classroom sizes were smaller, We still reduced our number of classroom sizes, and we altered and staggered some of the student interaction. For example, you may begin online, but then you may have some in-person interviews. For our medical students and students who have to do hands-on, they just follow the CDC guidelines, and fortunately, we have no cases of COVID, and students have been able to matriculate here for 3 successful semesters, COVID-free, and so they're still getting their education and getting that HBCU experience at the same time. And so we're still here working through it. And so we're very proud that we've successfully completed our 3rd semester. So those are some of the steps that have been taken to protect our students.
Thank you so much. Lincoln?
Yes, sir. So Lincoln, we have also created a COVID task force, which is being spearheaded by the head of our Veteran Affairs Office, Mr. Sergeant Roby. So if any students, just kind of a quick blurb, if anybody has any veterans in their family, please make that enroll, and you can get a discount for your tuition and cost of attendance. But he has spearheaded our COVID task force, and kind of like Cheney, we've created kind of like our own Lincoln bubble, to where we have only our freshmen class on campus right now. We gave it up to their discretion whether they felt better being on campus or working remotely. So not the entire freshman class is on campus, but a good majority of them, with a select few upperclassmen, such as student leaders, student ambassadors, they're on campus as well, kind of helping navigate the freshmen through their first year in this very turbulent year that we're in. We have security protocol measures to where there's no outside presence allowed on campus. If you there are security guard, there are temperature checks at the front gate for all vehicles coming in or coming out of the campus. For students, if they would like to leave, they have to sign a waiver form, and they had to get it approved by our security before they are allowed to leave. So we have security measures for coming in and coming out on campus. We have COVID testing that is mandatory for all faculty and staff every month that we are doing. We're actually having ours next week, so we had to go through that whole fun process yet again. But every building on campus is cleaned once a day. Once a day. The more frequently used building and student space, they're cleaned twice a day. So we are trying to stay above and beyond as far as the cleanliness. Each building has been equipped with new hand sanitizer stations on every floor, and the residence hall have been equipped with hand sanitizer stations, Clorox wipe, disinfectants, and those are the more frequently clean spaces that are cleaned twice a day, usually kind of 2 or 3 times a day.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we only have time for one more question. Before I end up closing and after I ask this question, I just want you to know that we've taken all your information, your contact information. We're going to highlight that at the end when we close, so that parents and students can reach out to you guys and ask more questions. And we can also always send those questions to you. So let me get to our last question. How can our students make their application stand out? What do they need to do? What are some of the secrets that you can give us when it comes to making their application stand out so that they can get accepted into your school? And we're going to start with, sorry about that. We're going to start with Lincoln this time.
Okay, wonderful. So for us, our application process is very simple. We usually go off of GPA and strictly test scores. But of course, right now we are offering a tentative test waiver option through our LIFT program, which is called Lines Ignited for Triumph. So it's our LIFT program. So on our online application, which is totally free, so we're not on the Common App, you don't need a fee waiver. It's totally free through our website. So you don't have to worry about, anything like that. But if you indicate on the application that you would like to be a part of the LIFT program, literally there are just 3 short answer questions that you have to answer, and we will take those in place of your SAT or ACT scores. And I would recommend that, for the students that are choosing to go that route, I'll definitely say just put some nice thought and effort into the answers that you provide. Definitely, make it more than one sentence. Make it clear and concise. Really put some emotion and some thought into your answers. If we have students that are just applying regularly, when you are providing us with your supplemental items, if you have letters of recommendation, feel free to put that on there. If you have a personal essay, our application doesn't require a personal essay, but if you happen to write one for other institutions, you want to give it to us as well. We will take that. If you have any outside curricular achievements that you might have had, whether it be sports related or just in the community, we will be happy to take that as well. So really just kind of basically my advice would be, just kind of bolster yourself up as much as you can. If you have things that you're proud of that you've done throughout your high school career from the time you were a freshman to your senior, please let that be known. And definitely, first things first, definitely complete the application, fill it out in its entirety, be thoughtful in your answers. And then, with the extra information that you can provide, if you have anything that'll, just bolster your character, your profile to us, I would definitely say add that as well.
Thank you so much. Cheney?
That's a good question. I guess it's a time when students are really concerned about whether or not they'll get into a college or university. But I want to be very honest with you. We are in the middle of a worldwide crisis, and your education is extremely important, and you should take steps and measures to make sure that you get into the college of your choice. But I have a suggestion to you, and my suggestion is for the colleges and the universities that are present today, that you apply to these universities. And you don't go in fearfully. You go in boldly with the understanding that there's a huge possibility that you'll be accepted to one of these great universities. And based on your application, filling it out thoughtfully and carefully, we've been trained to determine what kind of student you are just based on your grade point average and the classes that you've taken. And so we understand that this is troubling times, but I say to you to relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy the process of applying and getting these acceptances to these universities, and then looking at them again once you've received an acceptance letter from the institutions, and they're going to provide for you a little bit more information. But relax, don't be worried, apply, send out your information. Your guidance counselors will send your transcripts and your scores if you've taken them, and they'll make a determination. And I can guarantee you that all of us will be very fair and very just in the application process and give you absolute consideration in your application process. So just relax. This is a very difficult time, and we're all going to get through this together.
Thank you so much. VSU?
So I would definitely agree with them. I want you all to just breathe. I know the application process can be stressful, but I feel like a lot of that pressure comes from like elementary school throughout middle school, saying, they're expecting this, they're expecting this. But really having your application stand out really starts your freshman year of high school, and that's making sure you are strong academically in the classroom. So Virginia State, we're looking holistically. So we're going to look at your transcript. We're going to look at your scores if you are able to submit those, and we're going to just pretty much assess the probability of your success at Virginia State University. So we understand life can happen, is happening, it's happening to all of us. So we do take that into account. So if you do, something happened maybe junior year, something along those lines, definitely include that in your essay. The more thought you put into that, that kind of gives us a more look into who you are as an individual. Though the essay is optional, I still encourage students to write, especially if you have some explaining to do. I don't know if you all know that reference from I Love Lucy, but anyways, definitely, relax, do well in the classroom, do well on your SAT and ACT, and then essentially leave the rest up to us. One thing I do like to say, students come, what are your requirements? I don't give out my requirements. The only thing I require you to do is to submit your application, submit your transcripts and scores, and leave the rest up to me.
Thank you so much. Maryland Eastern Shore?
Yes, so we take a holistic approach to reading our applications as well. We are waiving the SAT and ACT test score requirements for those who are applying for the spring and fall 2021 terms. So they hold no weight in the review process. So don't worry about submitting those. So we're going to be looking very closely at your transcript, looking for things like the trends in your academic performance, the rigor of the courses you're taking, college prep, dual enrollment. All of those things are indicators that you're going to excel on our campus. But we also consider the non-cognitive factors like recommendation letters, a personal essay, a resume. We want to know that you're multifaceted, that you have unique talents. Those types of things tell us something unique about you as a student that goes beyond the transcript. So putting your your best foot forward in presenting those in the most professional way possible, in the most complete and informative way possible, is going to make you stand out as a student.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we're out of time. We would love to go through even more questions. But I just want to remind everyone who's tuned in that this is YouTube live streamed for our parents and students. So they will be able to click on this at any time and replay it in order to see anything that they've missed. So I'm going to close. In closing, we would like to thank the representatives from our HBCUs that made the time to be here with us today. We also would like to thank our moderator, Mrs. Tiernan, who did an awesome job, our DEI committee members, and our central administrative staff for supporting this event. I also have to take the time to give a huge thank you to Mrs. Carol Huffman for taking the lead on this event and pulling it all together. Last but not least, we would like to thank our students and parents for tuning in and participating in today's discussion. I will leave us all with a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who attended a HBCU named Morehouse College in 1948. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is a process of piling up facts, while wisdom lies in their simplification. Ladies and gentlemen, the HBCUs that are here today gave us many facts for us to digest. I encourage you to invest more in the time and learning about them and other HBCUs in order to truly make a decision as to which one could be your future college home. As we part ways, we are going to leave their contact information up on the screen, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all for joining us, and let's please stay connected as we can do more in the spring.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, everybody.
Thank you.
And if anybody wants to take a screenshot of the contact information, it is up on the screen now. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.